So this is my first single review in a long while. In fact, I think my last one was the original Wicked. It's almost poetic in a way. But everything that I've seen that's still playing at my theater I've already talked about, so we're doing this now. I guess I could have paired this with either the new season of Wednesday or Squid Game since they're still under the popular section for Netflix. But they're slightly more dated than Wicked. I've already talked about the first season, so what more is there to say? I want this to be just a small one to not get in the way of my Thanksgiving, and once again, it works better with the original Wicked just being a one review video. So let's get into this. Wicked for Good sees the return of director John M. Chu, who before the first Wicked did Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights, written by Dana Fox, writer for Wicked, Cruella, and The Lost City, and Winnie Holzman, who wrote the book for the actual musical. Adapts the second half of that musical. Elphaba is ostracized by Oz, while Glinda is beloved, and things are starting to come to a head because the plot of The Wizard of Oz is about to happen. This part covers a smaller amount of time than the first one, and they do cover for that by making it shorter. It's still over 2 hours, but at least it's not close to 3 hours. A runtime that honestly works slightly better for a movie based on half of a normal length play. But despite this, it still isn't quite as good as the original. I hear a lot of that comes from the fact that the second half of the actual play isn't as good as the first. I wouldn't know since it's been a long time since I've seen the play, but this is still a very worthy conclusion. It's a darker, more bittersweet movie than the first one that ends on an emotional note. The first one was about the rise of the Wicked Witch and had it feel as if she had somehow been liberated. This one is about the true impact on her and Oz, and it is powerful at times. And the music is still good, including some songs that were apparently made just for the movie. Ariana Grande and Cindy Arrivo are great at singing them as always. And the production value is as stunning as the first one. A lot of what makes it not as good can probably just stem from diminishing returns, although I guess I can believe that the second half of the play just isn't as good. The music is once again still great, but most of the best songs were still in the first one, and there's also less story. In hindsight, the first one surprisingly felt like a full movie and might even almost make sense to tell it on its own despite the long runtime. This one, on the other hand, feels like the ending and not much more. Honestly, I'm not even sure if they needed the full feature-length runtime to tell this part of the story. But despite all that, this is still definitely a great ending. It doesn't have as much story, but what it does tell, it tells in a powerful way. Darker and bittersweet, but still weirdly uplifting in a fantasy musical type of way. The story is now fully adapted, and it ended pretty well. I've kind of given up on promoting this years ago, but I guess I'll try again. The link to my Patreon is in the description. While writing this, I went back to my Patreon to check on some stuff, and now I'm not even sure if the link even worked before. It's working now, and I would appreciate it if you could give me support. Thank you.